Welcome to Police Watch UK. Don't forget to subscribe for more real encounters, audits, and shocking police interactions. Credit to the original creator, to Plod or not to Plod.
How are you?
What's going on?
Well, first of all, could you identify yourself for me first, please?
Yeah, my shoulder number 3220.
No worries. And could you identify yourself for me? Thank you very much. Thank you.
1848 SW.
Thank you very much.
What's up? What's going on today?
Nothing going on.
Okay, but you're just filming us.
Yes.
What's the reason for filming us?
For public interest.
What public interest?
Exactly what it says. It's for public interest. You're a public service that the public pay for.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's a public building.
Buckle up, guys. Today we are going to witness a tense exchange right outside a police station. From the very start, the officer questions the man with the camera, trying to figure out who he is and why he's filming. The cameraman, cool and collected, doesn't offer much, which instantly sets the tone for what will become a heated standoff about rights, authority, and accountability.
And I'm looking at the upkeep and how you guys actually look after it.
Okay, is there any concerns that you have?
Is there any concerns? I've got no concerns. Okay, apart from this lady here. Okay.
Because you're currently standing within the premises of the police station.
Yeah, which is publicly accessible.
Okay, are you... What? How long do you intend to be here for?
I could be here 5 minutes, I could be here 10 minutes, I don't know.
Okay, I'm just having a conversation with you.
And I'm only answering you. I'm only answering you.
So
let's verify that.
Concern. We've obviously come because we couldn't establish whether you were actually through our gates.
Can I just ask you one thing? So when I saw you were standing by the gate, you had your hands through the gate.
No, my hands were not through the gate, so let's clarify that.
You were filming the back of the police station in detail. Why did you do that?
Here the cameraman gives his reason: public interest. He points out that the police are public servants in a public building, paid for by taxpayers, and he wants to see how well they're maintaining it. The officer challenges this vague justification, highlighting the growing tension. What starts as a simple explanation turns into the foundation for a much bigger clash about accountability and power.
Well, I'm well within my rights to do so. Okay? I've broken no laws, I've committed no crime. Okay, and I don't have to explain anything to you.
I explained to you.
I do not. Look, do me a favour, okay? Real officers are here now. Real officers, real officers are here now. I will speak to them. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Yourself?
I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. So.
Do you want to report anything today?
This short moment reveals the man's defiance. Asked how long he plans to stay, he brushes it off. Maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10. He stresses that he doesn't owe anyone an explanation. In that one sentence, he establishes the core theme of this encounter. He will not be told what to do unless the law demands it. It's a bold move that instantly raises the officer's suspicion and sets up the conflict.
No, I don't need to report anything. As I said, I'm
just making sure you're okay.
No, I'm perfectly fine. As I said, all what I'm doing, okay, is I'm just down here, okay, literally just to actually record the police station and the premises, okay, for public interest, okay, that's it.
Okay. What do you intend on doing with the recording?
I don't know yet. I will see what I actually get on the footage, and then I don't know what I'll do with it yet. So.
No worries.
Yeah.
So you just wanted to come down and engage with us, that's all?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like if this lady, okay, actually approached me a little bit more respectful, okay, and actually telling me that I have to give my details, okay, when I do not have to give my details.
The scene escalates when the man dismisses the first officers as irrelevant, calling them not real officers. He insists he'll only deal with the ones who just arrived. This small remark hits like a jab, undermining the authority of those who confronted him first. When the new officers arrive with a calmer tone, the contrast is striking, and the power struggle over respect, authority, and approach becomes the center of the exchange.
Okay.
But do you understand why we do
No. You can come out and you can talk, but the way in which she actually first approached me, okay, was not correct, okay, and actually telling me straight away, her first sentence was talking about to do with terrorism, okay, then telling me I have to give my details, okay, and as I stated to her, I do not have to give my details. I asked her one question that she could not answer, okay, which was...
Now the dispute over personal details takes the spotlight. The officer wants to know who he's talking to, but the cameraman refuses, insisting that he doesn't need to hand over his name or information. This is the first clear legal standoff. The police want identification. The man asserts his rights. The tension is thick. This isn't just about names, it's about power and who sets the rules in this moment.
Am I breaking the law? Yes or no? Okay? And she could not even do that. Okay? Now, as you know, okay, doing what I'm doing, okay, is breaking no law, and I've committed no crime. Okay? Now, you know yourself as an officer, okay, if I have done none of that, okay, and you actually come and approach me exactly as you have now you haven't asked me for my details, okay, which is correct, okay? You know yourself, okay, I do not have to give my details at all.
Things heat up when the cameraman reveals how the first officer approached him, accusing him of possible terrorism. That word immediately raises the stakes. He pushes back hard, asking if he's actually breaking the law, but says the officer couldn't answer. The frustration is clear. Being linked to terrorism simply for filming is not just insulting to him, it's dangerous. This moment lays bare the distrust between citizens and authority.
Okay, and as I said, we're having a conversation exactly as it should be, and this is exactly how it should have been, okay, when this lady actually approached me, okay? If she actually approached me respectfully and just spoke to me, then it would have been, okay, nice and civil, and I most probably would have been gone. But she came to me, okay, very rude, okay, and the other lady that was there,
Okay.
right, and you can't approach members of the public like that.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't here, so I'm sorry I didn't witness
Yep.
it. So I can't really speak for.
Suspicion becomes the new battleground. The officers argue that his refusal to give details looks suspicious, but the cameraman strikes back. Suspicion isn't a crime. He repeats that he hasn't broken the law, and no officer can force him to share details. This moment cuts to the heart of the issue. The gap between what feels suspicious to the police and what actually qualifies as unlawful in the eyes of the law.
My colleague. But as you can understand our concerns, it's just it's a little bit suspicious, just people coming around and just randomly recording.
Yeah, but what
and
you got to
then-
remember,
and then
suspicion
being a
isn't a
bit-
crime.
And then being a bit, like anti, sort of, not wanting to answer not wanting to answer questions,
Well,
not wanting to
that's
give details.
well, you
it's
just
just
said-
a little bit suspicious. I mean, if you
Well-
asked me for my details, I gave you my details.
You have to give me your
You know?
details.
So it's just common courtesy,
Yeah,
You
yeah.
asked for my name, I've told you my name. I can ask for your name. If you don't want to give it, fair enough. But
Yeah.
that's how we have a
Yep,
conversation. don't
but
we?
but it is in your policy to give details.
I understand. No,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, out of respect, I asked for your
Yeah.
name. You can ask for my name.
Yeah, that's fair.
So what
Right,
is your name, sir?
one thing I'm going to ask is obviously I've spoken to my colleagues who explains what's happened and what they've witnessed you do. Okay?
Here the clash shifts from legality to respect. The officer argues it's simple courtesy. He gave his name, so why won't the cameraman share his? But the cameraman shoots back that police policy doesn't require him to. It's a battle of principles, courtesy versus obligation. This subtle back and forth shows how even small gestures can spark bigger debates about fairness, trust, and the roles each side plays.
I understand that currently the public have access to this. What I do ask is that you don't go beyond the point where it does say, authorised police vehicles only. Just
That's
because
for vehicles.
I understand that, but you being beyond that point, you don't have a reason to be there. There is no public access there.
Well, yeah, there is public access there. That's only for vehicles not going past that point.
No, I get
if
that,
you don't
but
want
there's
pedestrians, I can go right the way up to the actual gate, exactly where I was.
But there's
Okay? No, the gate is open and it's publicly accessible.
what I'm
Okay.
explaining to you is that no members of the public go through any of the two gates.
The officers now raise the issue of boundaries, claiming the cameraman stepped into areas meant only for police vehicles. He pushes back, saying if they don't want pedestrians, they need to sign it properly. This becomes less about space and more about principle. Is he really crossing a restricted area, or are the police stretching rules to control him? The tension sharpens as both sides dig in with their version of events.
On the
Well,
far back of the
I
police
didn't go
station.
through that gate, so let's
I know
verify
you didn't.
that.
I'm not saying you have. Did I
But
say
this
that you
lady
have?
said that I did.
Okay, but I'm not saying that you have.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not saying that you have. So I'm just asking that we would ask you not to go beyond that
Yeah.
point because
Well,
there is
making a
no
false
reason.
making a false report is actually against the law.
Okay, there's
to
no
make a
reason.
false report
Okay,
to
we
an
can check
officer.
the cameras. That's fine. There's just no reason for you to go beyond that point. That's all I'm asking
Okay.
you. We're more than happy for you to stay here, where access. You could be going to the police station if you do fancy. that's fine. If you want to have a chat with us, I'm more than happy to talk
But exactly
to you.
as it was, okay, now that she's actually shut the gates, okay, that will be as far as I go, because the gates are now
What
shut.
I'm asking you, okay, there's nowhere else for you to go. There will only be one reason why you are there.
Why is that then?
Accusations fly as the cameraman calls out the claim that he crossed the line as a false report, even suggesting that such an act is against the law. The officer calmly replies that they can check the cameras, but the tone is unmistakably strained. This part exposes how fragile trust is in these interactions. When a civilian accuses the police of dishonesty, it's no longer just about rules, it's about credibility.
Who knows?
No, you said there's one reason.
To be filming police vehicles for
Exactly.
no reason. What's the reason
Well,
that you're
no,
filming?
for public interest.
What public interest?
Okay.
What concerns do
The
you
public,
have?
the public pay for police vehicles. Okay, they are public service vehicles.
Yes, I
Okay.
pay tax as well.
Yeah. Okay, and I am entitled to film whatever I can see.
Okay, we are asking you that you're causing concerns, so I'm just asking you
Yeah, but
not to go beyond
causing
the gates.
concerns and what the law is
Okay,
are
I'm
two
asking
different
you,
things.
Okay, but it can also constitute as antisocial behaviour. So although you may not be committing a
So,
criminal offence, we
how
can
is it
go down the
antisocial
antisocial
behaviour?
because you are causing a nuisance.
To who?
Finally, there's a brief moment of agreement. The officers say he can stay as long as he doesn't cross into restricted areas. The cameraman concedes, noting that since the gates are now shut, that's where he'll stop. It's a small but significant truce in an otherwise fiery exchange. For the first time, both sides meet in the middle, showing that clarity and boundaries can cool even heated confrontations.
To us.
Okay, right. What you got to remember, okay, as an actual serving officer or a serving actual member of police staff, okay, you cannot be offended, okay, in the course of your line of duty.
I think we can.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
Okay, there is.
Okay.
We're also human underneath
Okay,
this
it
uniform.
makes no difference.
That's
As a
fine.
serving officer, you are not allowed to be offended in the course of your duties.
Alright.
Okay, where does it say that? Okay, it says it number one in your code of practice. Okay, number two, okay, there was a number of court cases, okay, where an actual judge actually ruled, okay, that no serving English or Welsh police officer or police staff can actually be offended in their line of duty whilst on duty. Okay. No, it does not. Okay, no, it does not.
Here the argument shifts again, this time over vehicles. The officers question his filming, but he pushes back, pointing out that the public pays for police cars, making them fair game. He insists he's entitled to record anything in view. This part highlights the heart of the audit movement. If taxpayers fund it, then transparency should apply. The cameraman draws a clear line between public rights and police discomfort.
Okay,
What are you trying to achieve?
I'm not trying to achieve anything.
This is. Hello, sir.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
My name's PC King. I'm attached to Mitcham Police Station.
Nice to meet you, PC King.
Your YouTuber, is it Plod or not to Plod, I believe? You do audits of police stations, is that correct? You turn up, start filming.
Correct.
Is that your channel? Plod or not to Plod?
It may be.
Okay. Have you got everything you need to film today? You've been here before as well, haven't you, I believe? To this police station?
A long while ago.
A long while ago. So have you got everything you need to film today from a public place? Obviously, once you pass those gates, that's no longer a public place. And obviously, you're free to film everything you like from public police station. You can do that as much as you want, the front, the back, the sides, but you can't go in.
I
and
can't
film
enter a
through-
restricted area.
And obviously,
The debate takes an unexpected turn as the cameraman insists that officers cannot be offended while on duty. He even cites case law and codes of practice, challenging the very idea that feelings matter in uniform. The officers resist, but his legal confidence stands out. This moment perfectly captures the clash, a citizen wielding knowledge of rights versus officers leaning on authority and instinct. It's sharp, confrontational, and unforgettable.
area. So if that gate there, once you pass that, becomes a restricted area.
It does now that the gates are shut. It does now that the gates are shut. When they're actually open, I can go right way to the barrier.
There's no access
Okay.
to the public.
No, it says authorised vehicle. I am not a vehicle. If you do not want pedestrians in there, it has to be correctly
Right,
signed.
have you got everything you need to film today? We'll leave you to it then.
No worries.
Okay, have a good day.
And you? No problem.
If you want to book an appointment for a full tour, please, let us know. We'll see
No,
if we can
thank you
arrange
very
that.
much
Have a
for
good
the
one.
offer. No worries. Take care.
The encounter closes with surprising civility. The officer acknowledges his right to film in public, but reminds him that once he passes the gates, it's restricted. Both sides hold firm but polite. The cameraman pushes back on signs and access, while the officer keeps it measured. Finally, the exchange ends with handshakes and goodbyes. And that wraps it up. If you found this breakdown valuable, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.